This week, Fox falls in love with yet another GOP candidate. Hannity takes a page from the Rush Limbaugh School of Economics, and we dig up dirt behind the apparent collapse of a right-wing network. Thanks for watching. I'm Tyrone Gayle. Our top story this week? Well, it appears Fox News has found its dream candidate.
Why would somebody vote for Michelle Bachmann if they're a Tea Party member, as opposed to Rick Perry, who's been a governor and who, as many people say, was Tea Party before Tea Party was cool? I'm going to talk about Perry a lot today because I really find the guy compelling.
Feast your eyes on that.
Let me get back to some of the Dana.
Texas Governor Rick Perry is just the latest right-wing candidate for Fox to fall in love with, but they've fallen head over heels. But now, more from Fox News. Sean Hannity took a lesson from the Rush Limbaugh School of Economics by simply making up numbers to help Republicans.
He inherited a AAA credit rating, an unemployment rate of 5.7 some odd percent.
He inherited unemployment of 5.6%.
So Hannity did him a bit better. They're both full of it. This graph shows that the real unemployment rate inherited by George W. Bush was far higher. But his real highlight this week was blaming Obama for the housing market crisis.
The whole mortgage crisis is his fault?
His policies, his economic plan, his fault, yeah.
No.
You know, if he weren't a professional liar, Hannity would acknowledge that experts, real experts, were predicting a housing bubble crash way back in 2005. Subprime lenders started falling in 2007, and September 2008 marked the bottom of the crash, as the toxic financial products took down from Merrill Lynch and Lehman Brothers. Barack Obama took office in 2009. But maybe Sean Hannity is bearing the real story, that President Obama invented a time machine just to go back and destroy the economy.
There's wrong and there's right. Right network. All that's right with the world.
That was Kelsey Grammer, former TV star, back in 2010, promoting the launch of Right Network. Right Network was started as an on-demand conservative alternative, doing to entertainment what Fox News did to news. Apparently, there was a space in the market for powerful programming like this.
My entire business model is built upon how horrible a president Barack Obama is. Well, I like the Tea Party movement.
And I like the fact that it makes liberals crazy.
Count me in. I like to go where you're told not to go.
Right Network promised to bring just that kind of hard-hitting programming. But we noticed a problem. Right Network hasn't been updated in months. So Media Matters reporter Joe Strupp and our investigative unit looked into the right-wing network. Right Network president Kevin McFeely told us that it's still business as usual, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Joe spoke to a comedian who took part in a pilot for the show, Right to Laugh, mere weeks before the production was abruptly shut down. He told us that a lot of the big investments the network was counting on never materialized. McFeely refused to answer questions about the network's funding or operations, telling us to keep posted. Check with Media Matters for more updates on what may be the demise of Right Network. But we leave you this week with even more Fox gushing over Rick Perry, because we just can't get enough. Here's the most ridiculous and childish example yet. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
That's so interesting you come up with that word, because that's exactly what President Clinton said.
The same wavelength this morning, Mr. President. I don't know.
I got tickled. I watched Governor Perry announce for president. He's a good-looking rascal, and he's strong. He said, you know, I'm going to Washington to make sure that the federal government stays as far away from you as possible. While I ride on Air Force One and that Marine One helicopter and go to Camp David and travel around the world and have a big time. I mean, this is crazy.
Well, first of all, we don't know if Governor Perry would even want to fly on Air Force One. I mean, I think he'd have to from time. Maybe he'd ride his horse around town.
Maybe.
His horse.
That would be newsworthy.
Okay.